Ladies and gentlemen, I am Kagekaze, and we're taking a look at Doukutsu Monogatari, or Cave Story as it's known to those of us who speak English. Cave Story has been added to Humble Indie Bundle 7, as well as Offspring Fling and the Basement Collection. You can get this if you've already bid into Humble Indie Bundle 7, and if you haven't, then you just have to beat the average price to get those games along with Dungeon Defender and Legend of Grimrock. The current price for the average, I believe, is set at just under $7 still. So Cave Story is a game that I've kind of wanted to look at for a while now. This is a game that was created by a single man. Daisuke Amaya created this game entirely in his free time. The music, the graphics, everything were created by him, and it was kind of a game of love created in response to like Castlevania and Metriod. It was completely made free for the Windows platform. And the reason I knew about it was because I knew the guy that created a translation patch for it. Aeon Genesis Translations created a patch for this. Gideon Z and translator Shitsu both contacted Amaya, and they actually have their patch on the official Cave Story page for the original Windows version. An enhancement port was created and put onto WiiWare by the publisher Nicholas, as you can see their copyright at the bottom. This Cave Story Plus on Steam is actually the port made by Nicholas for WiiWare. So the translation on this one is not the same that Aeon Genesis did. And I kind of want to mention this simply because I have seen some forum posts say that they actually prefer the Aeon Genesis translation, and there are actually some forum posts out there that you can get their translation into this version of the game. So you have kind of an option there. So I mentioned that this was originally a Windows game, and that's true, and it had kind of more 8-bit style graphics. We'll go ahead and go here into the options. We're going to change some things around here. You can of course see we can go from full screen to window mode. You can actually scale the screen. You can have it in stretch, which makes it full screen, or I can go down to sharp. I actually have it in sharp right now. Let's see if I can get that to show up properly in the video. Music and sound volume is currently in remastered music. There's actually 3 different versions here: the remastered, the original, and some new music that have been created. I kind of like this remastered one so far, so we're going to go with that. Right now, we can go and see, you can see the original graphics or the new graphics. So if I go back down here into Done, let's see if I can get it to show up here. Graphics, original, Done. I don't think it changes it here. So you can actually keep the game in its original graphics, or you can have it in the new updated graphics for WiiWare. And of course it can be both in English and Japanese. It's also got seasonal art. Since it's Christmas time, there's lots of candy canes. So I'm going to go ahead and just turn that off for now. We're going to leave it in regular. There we go. There's our hero, Quote, as he's known. Alright, let's go down here and see if we can change the graphics. Nope, still doesn't change. Alright. We'll do the new graphics. And up in the controls, you can actually change it here. This is nice to see. I have a few games that I played, AAA titles as a matter of fact, that whenever I have my controller plugged in, all I can use is that controller, and it won't let me use the keyboard and mouse. It's nice to see that this, as an indie developed game, actually lets me change it as I want. So I can go down here, and I'm just going to go ahead and set up my controls real quick. So we've got jump, fire, up, down, left and right, swap left, swap right, a pause, and a map. Okay, great. Simple controls. As it should be. Alright, let's take a look at story mode. And we'll go ahead and create a new save. We've got several different difficulties here. We see we have easy, original, for players who are familiar with the game, hard. Well, we're going to go with original. I'm not really familiar with Cave Story. Start game and I'm too afraid. I like that, how hard changes that. Okay, let's go with original. Someone's transmission. I am Chad, huh? Sue, are you there? It's me. It's Kazuma. I was somehow able to escape, but I got lost. I'm in a shelter, without anything inside. If you're reading this, please answer. Please? Alright, so, as you can see, very much has the old style 2D platforming here. You start with pretty much nothing here, so I can refill my life, and of course I can save. Yes. This game has no tutorial, has nothing to teach you how to play. You basically learn as you go. This is basically stylized in those old games that are supposed to teach you by allowing you to make mistakes. So one of the first things here you'll see is I go right and my way is blocked. I can't go that way. So that means I'll have to come back here later. It's got like I said, very much the old method of teaching you by doing. Which is kind of nice to see. I mean, a lot of people get upset with the constant interference of games that bombard you with tutorials and telling you, hey, those spikes, don't touch them because they're dangerous. It's like, really? Spikes? Dangerous? I wouldn't have known that. But you can kind of see here that as I go into water, jumping out of water is very slow, so I have to get out of the water to make a lot of these jumps that I'm doing. I have to push down, actually, to go through doors. That threw me off at first. I'm used to pushing up on other games. Alright, well... Polar Star! So now we have our first weapon. Is he transmitting to me? I have no idea. But this game was actually, from what I understand, praised for not only its gameplay, but the storyline. Okay, so we know Kazuma is Sue's brother. Alright, so here we go. Now I have a gun. Doesn't fire very far. It explodes in a star pattern. That's kind of neat. Okay, yeah. So you kind of have to get out of there, and there we go. So these little triangles, this is one thing I can tell you, these little triangles here are leveling up my gun. This is very much in line with games like, well, the one I can most specifically think of right now is like Blaster Master. Blaster Master did the same thing where you could level up your gun and your gun would get more abilities. And the same thing with Blaster Master happens here, that if you get hit, you take damage, you start to lose experience on the gun. Possibly de-leveling it and making it not as useful as it was. So here we go, I've come back and now I can actually shoot these blocks out of the way. This is very much old school, and I gotta tell you, it's already kind of... Oh! I have died. Well, see, that teaches me. That door was not friendly. I actually kind of knew that, but I forgot that that door wasn't... Yeah. Let's do that again. So here we are. I have to start back at the last save. So much like the newer versions of Metroid, like Super Metroid, you have to restart at your save point. Hold on, let me get this heart. I forget if that increases my maximum life. Okay, that even reminds me of the Metroid music. Okay, yep, maximum life increased. Great. I might be less inclined to die now. So yeah, very challenging weapon at first. Well, thankfully it's only for a little bit, right? One Sue found. Now I can't skip past this, unfortunately, so there is a downside to that, but, you know, it's okay, it's forgivable. It's old school style, and a lot of old school games didn't let you skip, although that would have been nice to see, have to have that added in. This game has actually been remade more than this. This is, like I said, the WiiWare version, kind of ported over back into Windows, with basically the extra content and graphics added from the Wii version. But it also has a translation and 3D remake on the 3DS. So you can get Cave Story... Ooh, ow. See, and I just lost all my weapon energy that you can see just below my... or just above my health bar there, sorry. Alright, just so I don't have to do all that again, let's restore my health and go ahead and save. I kind of fudged that up, that's okay. I'll get my weapon up to level 2 eventually. Oh, the door. Really? I did it twice. I guess I don't learn. I even ate a cockroach! Ew. Lol, just kidding. Totoro? No, Toroko. And down I come. So I now can't go back to where I was. He's the number one, Nice scar. Nice scar. Alright, let's move on. Back to the save room. Let's get the health back. What's this say? Yamashita Farm up. Reservoir left. Cemetery right. And down is Arthur's home. Oh, there we go. Reservoir. So at least it gives you some signs to know where you're going, because I don't really have a map right now. I'm hitting select, even though that's the bind for it. Okay, and I can run out of air, so I don't want to go that way yet. Hold on, I can do this. I can do this. Just hold down that jump button. Cute girl who's always hiding inside of Arthur's house. Okay, so now I know why I go to Arthur's house. Alright, well, let's see what's sparkling here. Silver locket. Okay, the reaction to being shot by that fish amused me. I have to admit, scared him off. I like the updated graphics. I looked at the original graphics. They were pretty good too. I mean, obviously, one man working on a game by himself. He specifically chose the old style of graphics to make it easy to work with. You know, choosing to do something like 3D or something like that would have made it very difficult for a single person to update the game as he went along. So we've got here silver locket, shape of a fish. Well, I bet you since Sue fell in the reservoir, I'm going to give that to Sue. Okay, Arthur's house is locked. Where can we go from here? Yeah, Toroko. Girl's a real cutie, huh? Oh, same dialogue all over again? Okay. I was hoping maybe they might have different dialogue, but that's okay. You never know until you try, and some games hide that from you. Considering that this is done in the old style, I had to be sure. Oh, well, secrets, huh? I don't think I can do anything about it now. Mimiga Cemetery, currently closed due to hazards. What kind of hazards are in a cemetery? Mushrooms have taken over, huh? The Mushroom Kingdom is invading! Excellent. I'm very fond of the music too. The opening theme I could actually sit there and listen to for quite a while. And Again, you have 3 different versions of the music that you can listen to, so if you prefer the original, you can grab it. It's fantastic. Not the red flowers. Red flower, blood pressure skyrockets, and you'll die in an instant. Huh. Hey, look! More health. Let's get out. Whoop, there we go. Looking for secrets. Can never tell. So another thing I've heard about this game is that it's actually fairly long, which is good, honestly. The good old Metroid, Super Metroid, Symphony of the Night are actually very large worlds, and I think that's part of their appeal. Is there's so much to explore. It takes you a very long time to get through those games, at least the first time. I mean, after you've beaten Metroid, and after you've beaten Castlevania, like Symphony of the Night, I still go back and play that game. I really love that game. And the first time I played it, I spent hours on it, just exploring, trying to find everything, figure out where to go. Because there was kind of a puzzle aspect to it. You had to figure out where you needed to go, where items needed to be used, where. But once you played it and beat it the first time, you kind of, since you knew where everything was and what all the puzzles were, you could beat the game a lot quicker. However, the appeal of playing it in additional times were to kind of see either how fast you could beat it, what kind of challenges you give to yourself, or what other items you get. And you could beat the game fairly quickly after that. So you might think, well, Castlevania Symphony of the Night wasn't a long game. Well, yeah, if you've beaten it once or twice, sure, it wasn't that long after that. Or if you just blitzed through it, sure. But there was a lot there to explore that made you spend a lot of time. Hey, I'm glad I spent the extra time to get this here. Got my map now. So long as you always maintain a sense of exploration, you will someday find the way out. This is my hope. Oh, cool. So that's the map. And it's not a super detailed map either, so that's kind of nice. You can actually keep that sense of exploration, like he said, and explore, try and find secrets, but you at least know roughly where you are on any given screen. That's good to see. So the downside here, though, is I'm now trying to figure out where to go. I guess I go this way. I haven't gone this way yet. Ah! No, I'm not the doctor. So, well, there we go. Now we know where to use the pendant. I kind of wish I would have come here without it to see what would happen. Knock, knock. Oh my. Indeed. Is that a... He almost looks like a lunchbox or something. I don't know. Oh dear. No, not necessarily. I got out of a fight, I guess. I wonder if I could have actually... Oh, I'm gonna have to do that again at some point. Okay, that's locked. Great. Guess I should probably go see King. Oh no. Get me out of here. Now, I'm guessing you get multiple weapons, just I'm hitting the left and right up there and I'm noticing that my weapon is shifting. Oh. Hello. And you're saying the same thing. Okay. Yes, would have been nice to have a way to skip the dialogue. Of course, I could try using some of the keyboard keys. Maybe something I couldn't map to my controller will let me skip some of the dialogue if I've already heard it. I certainly hope so. It's not that I dislike the dialogue or anything like that, it's just that if I've already read through a whole bunch of pages of text, I can go ahead and get past it. Alright, so... what now? Okay, so I can go into the cemetery now. Alright, so let's see if there's anything going on in here. Okay, 2 keys and one's in the cemetery. It's okay, guess where we have to go. Fantastic. Welcome to the cemetery. And those are... okay, these are mushrooms. Death to the Mushroom Kingdom. What the heck are you? You have a knife. Ah! No! Stay away from me with that thing. They make the cutest screams, really. Kind of a high-pitched wheeze, almost. Whoa! It comes near me every time I hit it. That's not great. Something hidden here. It was easy enough to get the first key, and there's a door over there. They're not giving me any weapon energy. So I'm not going to be able to show the weapons leveling, I don't think. That's kind of a shame. Well, something that's slightly... I mean, when you look at the screenshots of this game, I had a hard time figuring out how some of these stages were built. Because you look at this, like there's blocks in the ground and there's earth. And there's like earth up here. It looks like almost... like you couldn't get to some of these platforms, or it's hard to tell where the foreground and the background end and begin sometimes. I've actually heard that was a complaint on the DS remake, or the 3DS, since it was in 3D. I can't get that high. I mean, this one's not so bad. I mean, once you realize it and you see it and you play it, you can understand, okay, here's where the platforms begin and end. Like right here, if I were to look at a screenshot, I would think that this slope I'm on is part of the background, but it's really actually part of the foreground, and I can walk on it. Okay, so I've got a key. Okay, so escape obviously doesn't do that. Okay, so Toroko has a key and Toroko's been kidnapped, right? So now what? Maybe I should just use the key on the door. Okay. Okay, when they said 2 keys, I guess they meant there's like a key and a spare key. I thought it meant I was going to need 2 keys to get in. Alright. Reading comprehension fail. Okay, so Kazuma has been able to talk to Sue, apparently. It's down here. Okay, see, now that, you know, if you've read the dialogue, obviously, then that's not exactly nice, because they're talking about how the flowers, they eat the flowers, but the red flowers are bad. And those are red flower petals down there. I can already tell there's a little bit of foreshadowing there. Egg Corridor. If this were a Sonic game, I'd be fighting Robotnik. An elephant! Can I kill it? Or is that a boar? It charged. It might be a boar. A little white thing moving back and forth down below. This touch as deadly as it gets. Okay, I see it down there. Yay, weapon energy. Level up! And now I have a twin cannon, so it does double damage now. 2 instead of... or 4 instead of 2. Or, sorry, 2 instead of 1. Yes, it's alright. I'll eventually learn. I don't know if that door was any indication. No, I won't. Wow, that was quick. Level 3. Oh my, look at that! No! Thank you. Okay, that's cool. See, I can see where I'm not going to want to get hit, because I'm not going to want to lose these weapon upgrades. I was that way in Blaster Master, when I found out I could upgrade my weapons and how they worked. I never wanted to lose my upgrades, because if I did, I sucked tremendously. What the heck? I do not want some of this. Ah! And I'm just gonna stand there, I guess. Okay, see, so now I know I can actually go through these. See, that's another thing. Those X's up there, you might think that those would be solid objects, but they're not. Okay, I obviously can't get up there. Cthulhu's Abode? Excellent. I pledge my life to the Dark Lord. I was wondered about that, so he's just kind of giving me a clue. One, I'm from the surface, because this whole story takes place, you know, underground, cave story, obviously. And he just said, wander around until the batteries run out. Looking at the art for Quote, and I actually found out his name was Quote just from the wiki, because they don't really tell you, but he's got very distinct markings, and of course the green things on his ears that made me think that he was a robot. And that's kind of the clue there, too, from this, I don't know, follower of Cthulhu. Along. Oh. They're coming from every side! No! Yes! Yes, I have died in a horrible, horrible fashion. Do I have my gun ranking back? Oh, good, because I saved with it. Excellent. Wow, that was horrible. That was 100 health that he took from me. Okay, I really don't need these things anymore, so I'm not going to go out of my way to collect them, I guess. No, wait, can't go up that way. So yeah, this definitely is evoking memories of some of those really good exploration games. I really wonder what kind of abilities and things you'll find, because the only thing that they really haven't, I mean, well, there was the very beginning, so I can't say that, but I was going to say the only thing they haven't done is give you a spot where you know that you can't progress because you don't have an item yet. But then again, this is in the very beginning, and all we've really done is go through a village. But it is true. Oh, can I go through that? No, I can't. Only they could. They did go through the spot where I couldn't progress because of a block, and I ended up finding out I needed a gun. See, like right here, see that? That's deceptive. Again, looking at screenshots, I would think, you know, I look at here and I'm like, how would you progress, right? If I saw a screenshot with the character here. You know, it's like, well, where would you go? There's all those blocks above you, you can't get out. How'd you get in there in the first place? Oh, well, all this is in the foreground in front of you and not on your plane. So, yeah, very deceptive in just still screens. What the heck are you? Doesn't matter, you're dead, that's what you are. What's this? I can't really get any closer to the observation room because of the shield. Whoops. There should be a terminal that can remove the shield somewhere. Okay. I'm a little concerned, it looks like there's more... Yeah, red flower petals, so that's not good. What's this? Flying Dragon Egg number 8. Okay, so apparently flying dragons do exist. Egg status of normal. Okay, so that's not good. Alright, so there's a problem with 2 of the dragon eggs. More plot. More foreshadowing. I can tell. Hey! Sweet, so we get another weapon. Okay. Oh, so that, see that right there, Metroid, the missile launcher. And the achievement's called Magic Missile. Hilarious. So let's take a look. Let's do that real. What's this? Alright, so it looks like I have 10 shots. Ah! Kinda wanna... That's cool. And it levels up too. Alright. Can I level it up without having it equipped though? Nope, I have to switch to it. So if I want to level the rocket launcher, I have to swap to it before I pick up the ammo, or the, these things. See it? There we go. Level up. Wow, that's old school techniques right there. Okay, so those things that look like swords on the ground are rocket ammo. And I lost my level with my gun. Better get that back. There we go. Oh! Dang it, I lost it again. I don't trust that. Alright, let's do it, because we know it's bad. Yep. So the next thing I could do would be to go down. Oh, this isn't going to be good. Run! 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 Oh no! Okay, so there's a terminal that's somewhere going to... Let's just make sure these are all Dragon Egg terminals. Alright, I have full ammo, and you can see there's more ammo over there on the right. Alright, so definitely going to be plenty of exploration going on here. So I have to determine where I need to go to disable the barrier. Well, that was useless. Pointless completely. Oh, wow. And this is meeting my old school needs right here. This is absolutely fantastic. I think I'm already very much in love with this game, and I'm sorry I didn't try it back when I knew that it was a freeware Windows game, and when Gideon did it. Speaking of Gideon, a small fun fact for you. I actually did a translation for him once. Nothing impressive. Oh, wait. The heck? Secrets. Yeah, I did a translation for Dazayamon, which is just kind of a top-down shooter game. So, it was pretty much easy. All you had to do was know how to read katakana, hiragana, and use a dictionary. So, don't be impressed. Oh, come on, come on, come on. So let's see what this rocket launcher can do at level 2, shall we? That looked like it had a pretty nice explosion to it. Get. Wow. Lots of back and forth here. Yeah, if this is going to be anything like a true Metroidvania, then there's going to be a lot of going back, backtracking, figuring out where the heck you are, and why you can't get to the place you want to be. Why do I look forward to that? Why? I don't know. Alright, here you go. Level 3 rocket launcher. Let's make it happen. Boom! Alright. Why did I just do that? I didn't know I could fire so many of those. It was like a Macross barrage there. Fantastic. So while I'm here, let's go ahead and, since I mentioned that you can do the different views, let's see if I can't... No, I can't do it for me. Let's get to a save spot, and then I can show off how some of the different graphics look. Alright, game saved. Alright, we're going to go here into graphics, original. We'll even do the original music. There you go. Pretty much the same game. Oh, the Cthulhu's eyes glow when you get near him. That's kind of cool. So here you go. This is the original cave story right here. I like the original music too. Just the main theme I think I liked a little better in the remastered form. So I think it's going to be a matter of, depending upon which theme it is, which one you're going to like a little more. Oh, that fired like 3 or 4 missiles just by pulling the trigger once. It wasn't that I fired a full barrage, the rocket launcher did that itself. Excellent. It feels good though, and honestly the controls are very responsive so far. I just can't believe that one person did everything from the graphics to the music to the engine to all of this. You know, all in his spare time, too. You know, he really did this as a labor of love, you know. That's one of those things that makes a good indie game developer, is it has to be all about doing it for the love of the game. You know, you can't be... I mean, certainly you could be out there just for the sake of trying to make it rich, but if you truly love the craft, and if you truly love what you do, it will really show through, and I think people will respond to that the most. Oh. Well, it looks like I've got a lot of exploring to do, and I'm really not entirely sure where I'm going at this point. I have to find the terminal that will disable the barrier up ahead, so I'm going to look for it, and I'll figure it out. But I honestly think that this has been a pretty good look here. You get an idea of what this game is all about, so I would love to be able to get up there. I just can't yet. Alright, so well, ladies and gentlemen, you have been looking at Cave Story, or in the original Doukutsu Monogatari. Fantastic game. Very, like I said, it basically feels a lot like a exploration game you would get from... Oh, that's right, I have been up here, there. From any major studio. A very much respect to Pixel here for making this. Well, that's Cave Story, everybody. Go ahead and grab it again. You have less than 4 days on the Humble Indie Bundle right now. And there's a lot of great games. I have spent more time on this bundle, and the games on this bundle, than I have on the others so far, if that tells you anything. I'll see you next time.